What do you think?
Have you ever got up at 2, 3 in the morning and started roaming the hallways and boom, there it was. It was a presence in the eyes, just glowed like the predator. And you wonder what that was? Well, we're going to tell you what it is. I might tell you what it is. And today, joining me is the one and the only, the Prince of Paranormal himself, Lawrence Milano, Horror 365 family member himself. Lawrence is here from Mondodocs. What's going on, Lawrence?
Oh, it's me. Hi. Yes. So, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. So, yes. I'm, as Jimmy and Swift know, I'm kind of under the weather, so I'm just getting over it. So if I sound nasally or dead, maybe I'm a ghost speaking to you beyond the grave. So
now it's a real paranormal.
You better watch out. You better watch out, Jimmy. Come on, you.
Oh, please don't let's not start that right now. We're gonna get into that. And of course, every week he is religiously here. The one and the only Swift Flair, the anesthesiologist himself, Swift Knox, Swifty said, the bullet boss, whatever you want to call him. He's in the building right here, Horror 365 Live. What's happening? Swift, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. For parts unknown, back like we never left.
That's it. Listen, we're not going to disclose your location right now. However, listen, it's Friday night, and I know most of us are, used to seeing us on Wednesday, and I'm going to stress this one more time. If we're not on a Wednesday night live, I will make an announcement. The backup is Friday night, 9 p.m. Usually I would like to tell you guys and ghouls a little ahead of time, but things happen, and we're rocking. We're going to keep it going here. Friday night live. I don't expect there to be as much engagement because, listen, it's a convention weekend. It's a Friday night. The weather's nice, so we got a few people on here right now. Let's see who we got in here. Chase Spock.
We got Chase Spock. Chase, howdy.
What's going on?
The grim one.
Also, what's the real song of Flair was also Sprock. I don't know. So that's what it reminded me of. I forgot the exact name. Mama Swift in the building.
Chicky, hey ma, how's everything?
Brooklyn Diva.
Oh, we got the Brooklyn Diva in the house. How you doing?
What's going on?
Thanks for coming. Paige.
What's happening?
Thanks for coming.
Listen, I'm excited.
Thanks for hanging out.
It's Mr. Grimm.
Grimm, the one and only.
Mr. Grimm, how we doing? Oh, things are about to get grim. I'm going to tell you right now because we're going to talk real life paranormal stories. And this is the guy. There's nobody else I would rather have on right here about this other than Mama Swift. But this guy right here, Lawrence Milano, the Prince. I'm giving you that title. You're owning it, Lawrence. The Prince of Paranormal himself from Mondodocs. Dude, it's an honor to have you on about this. And might I add, if those out there, you haven't seen any one of his documentaries, please go to his YouTube channel, Mondodocs. This guy is just absolutely incredible. He visits all things spooky, all places spooky. You've been to Vampa. You've been all over Pennsylvania. Gettysburg is your home away from home. But yes, please subscribe to that channel. Lawrence, talk to us, buddy. Paranormal, I have to ask you, I got to start up. What is it? What drew you into that field? What was it?
Well, first off, once again, thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate it. It's been a long time coming, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Well, I've always been a big horror fan. There's all horror movies behind me. I guess I'm a haunted dolls behind me to my left. I've always been into horror and the paranormal ever since I was a little kid, basically. I got into investigating a little bit, back in 2006. A few friends and I went to this haunted lake in New Jersey at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And that kind of sucked me in. I was kind of hooked at that point. Did a few videos, like paranormal videos at that time. They were absolutely awful, just terrible. And then I kind of stopped for a couple years. And then back in 2019, when I was in Pittsburgh, I started my channel Mondodocs, which was meant to be a little about paranormal stuff, but mainly about the strange and the unusual people that I've met and the strange places I go to and so forth. and things you may not be too familiar with. Unfortunately, COVID happened and things things got off track basically. And then I just started going to abandoned places away from people and cemeteries and doing videos at these locations. And eventually got more into haunted explorations and videos. And I kind of took off from there. I kind of got sucked into doing mostly paranormal videos or paranormal documentaries. And the more I did them, the more intrigued I became because it's just, you meet so many people and they all have these fascinating ghost stories. And these places are so like Gettysburg, for example, it's so historic and it's also so extremely haunted. Like I've never seen a place like that where you have a whole town that's just haunted. Every place I've gone into, there's something there. Whether it's a bed and breakfast, a store, a museum, there's something in Gettysburg that's magnetic. Just attracts and just pulls all this weird energy that I guess you could consider paranormal.
I mean, everywhere in Gettysburg. I mean, like what have you experienced like in Gettysburg itself? I mean, it's probably
so there's one place I go to a lot. It's my favorite place. I've been there maybe 17 times now. It's called the Farnsworth House, the bed and breakfast.
Okay.
And it was a field hospital, like most buildings during the Battle of Gettysburg.
Yeah.
The attic was used as a sharpshooter's nest. In fact, the only civilian to be killed during the Battle of Gettysburg, she was shot by a sharpshooter from that house in the attic. What they would do is they would lie down in the little attic window, shoot, roll over, reload. In the process, someone else would come down on their stomach, shoot out the window, roll over, reload. And it would be a process of Confederate sharpshooters who would shoot, roll over, another one, down, shoot, roll over. And a lot of them, were killed in the process. But that building in particular, it's known to be haunted, I think about 16, 17 spirits, including the Confederate soldiers, especially one named Walter, who doesn't like women apparently in that building. There's a midwife named Mary. She's known to tuck you in at night.
Really?
Yep. There's another spirit named Jeremy. He got hit by a horse carriage and died inside the house. But that story is kind of debatable. But there's definitely a young child who haunts that building. But like I said, I've been there 17 times now. And it's just incredible. My one friend, Michelle, I tell this story all the time. It was my third time there. It was her first time there. And we were investigating. And Jeremy's a young boy. So there's a room. Every room is named after someone connected to the building, right? And in every room, in the dresser or vanity, there are toys. You take a toy out, play with Jeremy. The idea is you leave a toy on the floor, leave for an hour, come back. If that toy is moved, it's Jeremy playing with it. So my friend Michelle took some toys down to Jeremy's room for about 10 minutes, came back, and I'm like, anything happened down the hallway? She's like, no. I'm like, all right. She put the toys back in the drawer in the vanity, right? Closed the drawer, got onto the bed with me. All of a sudden, we hear a whoosh. We look over. The drawer in the vanity with the toys in it is wide open.
Oh, shit.
So she closed it, and then someone or something opened it back up, which I've experienced again this past. I was back in 2021, I think. I've seen that happen again or heard it happen again this year, actually, in a different room.
Oh, my God.
We were, Maria and I, Jimmy, you met Maria. We were in bed in the Eisenhower room, which is the least haunted room, by the way. And at like 4 or 5 a.m., we heard a noise. And she's like, what the hell was that noise? And I'm like, maybe it was the closet, which I guess sounds creepier than anything else. But later on, we investigated it and we established it was a drawer in the side table opening and closing. So that's a very common occurrence that happens there in that place. That night, when my friend Michelle and I were staying there, after that happened with the toys in the drawer, she was taking a bath, right? With the lights off in the bathroom. I'm in the room hanging out on looking through footage. I hear a woman humming from the bathroom.
Really?
I'm thinking it's Michelle. I'm like, oh, she's humming away, whatever. Then it stops. And she's like, Lawrence, was that you? I'm like, no, that wasn't me. That wasn't you? She's like, no. So she heard this woman hum 3 feet in front of her, basically, in the bathroom. So yeah, that
How do you sleep? Like, how do you sleep in there? Like, I'm hearing people humming, drawers opening up, people playing with toys.
So now I'm like a baby in that place. I get in the bed, I feel right to sleep. We've 2 years ago, a few of us had the whole place to ourselves essentially. We're on the staircase going to the attic, right? On the sharpshooters were, and we're investigating. All of a sudden, in real time, you hear a woman go, "Watch," and luckily we have it on recording too. But like, it's shit like that. It's just like mind-boggling. And the last time we were there, we were once again had the place to ourselves, basically, and we're on the staircase again, investigating, and we're doing an audio recording. And in the playback, you hear me talking, right? You hear me ask, "Hey, do you want to come down? Do you want to put your gun down, hang out with us?" And you hear someone go, "Here it is." And like, it's. I'll show you next time I see you, Jimmy. I'll show it to you. But that place is pretty bonkers when it wants to be.
And they're talking back, and I'm not sleeping. That's it. I'm not.
Yeah.
What kind of gun is this? Yeah, just tell me, tell me what kind of gun it is. Like,
but it's nuts. Yeah. But like stuff like that, and like other places too. Like nothing that extreme, but like we've caught recordings of people talking in other buildings. I've had things move on their own in different buildings, like just different things in different locations.
I mean, it's fascinating. I'm sorry to cut you off. It's fascinating that you hear this and you see these things happening, but it's also terrifying because it's like, I don't know who's doing this. I don't know if they're bad spirits or not. I mean, like, what, I can't even fight back. Who am I fighting? It's like the air. What am I doing?
And that's the thing. People ask me all the time, it's like, aren't you scared? And I used to get scared, but I don't really anymore. I get on edge a little bit, I get nervous. I'm not afraid. I'm this, I guess it depends. It's not a scary or terrifying concept. Yeah, I guess you can't really see who's there when things are moving around or you hear voices. That's a little jarring. But to me, it's more interesting because there's someone there with you, and obviously they want to talk to you, and they can obviously either see or hear you, and you can kind of hear them, or feel them in some cases. So that's a unique experience, and that and it can be scary. It can be a little unnerving, but it shouldn't scare you. It should really, I guess, push you to go further and find out what exactly is going on there. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what it would do. It's definitely 100. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. What it did to me, Brooklyn Diva. What's going on? How we doing? And then she also asked, Diva, was the lake in the Pine Barrens?
No, this lake was in Alamucci, New Jersey. Why is it always in New Jersey? But it's called Ghost Lake.
Weird New Jersey.
Yeah. Well, that's why I found out about that lake. So we were reading Weird New Jersey at 2:00 in the morning. And okay, let's go to Shades of Death Road. And the lake is off that road. But that lake is I go to that lake maybe 3 times a year. It's a very peaceful. It's only an hour drive, so it's not too bad. But it's a very peaceful walk through the woods. You might see a baby fox. You might see a bear. Who knows?
Might see something like that.
It's haunted. It's believed to be haunted by Native Americans. It's I've had some weird experiences there. There's a little tiny cave at that lake you can kind of crawl into. And I was inside the cave one time, just trying to live stream on my TikTok account, and I hear a outside the cave, but there's no one out there.
Oh my god!
So now it could have been someone across the water because sound does travel pretty far across the water. But I don't know. It could have been anything really.
I don't know, man. That whistle, man, sounded like if you remember Predator when they were.
I was like, Carl Weathers, are you here with me?
That's it.
Hey, Casey. Casey is another paranormal investigator. He was actually in Gettysburg with me When we got that here, CVP and so forth. So he got to experience the Farnsworth House.
Oh wow!
Awesome, Casey. What's going on, buddy? I appreciate you joining in the conversation. We have Mike Weiner as well.
Mike,
he's spirits got these spirits. He said got Swift sweating.
Oh yeah, sweating it up over here.
Oh boy, John, the most electrifying cosplayer in the game today, Johnny Sparks.
Johnny Sparks.
Everything hovering behind you.
What's the dilly?
Me? No, it's not me, John. Come on. Oh, jeez. What's going on? Yo,
what's up, Case?
Swift. Okay, I gotta ask you now.
Yeah.
Paranormal experiences. Have you had any?
I've had many. My whole family, they've experienced phenomena. Sheesh, I want to say going back decades. Oh, it's definitely decades, but going back a long time, maybe to the 60s, 70s, maybe even, but definitely the 70s, but maybe the 60s, going back even further than that. My family on both sides. Yeah. And, my father's side of the family, they're Dominican. From the Dominican Republic, they've experienced things in the Dominican Republic. And when they came to New York, to the United States, they've experienced things in Brooklyn as well. And my mother has experienced things. Jimmy, you heard some of the stories.
I heard, yes.
All throughout the United States, so very familiar. The extent of some of the things I've been through, I would say the craziest thing was my grandmother's house, where she used to live in on Rogers Avenue in Brooklyn. And everybody knew this house always had crazy things going on. There's a story that I want to get one of my uncles on to tell about something that they experienced with my great-grandmother, rest in peace. But it was in my grandmother's house. And we all knew the stories at this point. We all knew crazy things were always happening. Yeah. Now I'm here this night, and it was like a 3-story house, right? So I was hanging out with one of my uncles. His friend was over. And it was like 3 in the morning, and he's like, "Yo, go lock the door." He's leaving. Go lock the door after. So I said, "All right, yeah, whatever." I'm a teenager. I think I'm tough and everything. I wasn't scared of nothing. Go down, let him out, lock the door. As I'm walking back upstairs, now this house had 2 living rooms. 2 living rooms on the first floor. There's the living room now. The whole house is dark. Obviously, it's 3-something in the morning. Everybody's sleeping. The living room by the kitchen, I hear something calling me, but with a whisper. It wasn't like a real voice, like our voices now. Yeah. Everything I ever heard was a whisper, like you couldn't make any voices out. You just hear it was like the sound wind, like the sound wind makes. You don't hear an actual voice like you hear voices now. What's that?
It's like they're out of breath. It's like very
exactly. Yeah. See, Lawrence said it better than I could do. And I heard it calling me from the living room by the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I just said, whatever. And I went upstairs. I was too cool for school. I didn't want to sell it. Yeah. But I knew it happened. And then I hung out a little bit in my uncle's room. Then I went to the other bedroom to go to sleep. And as I'm going to sleep, I laid down in the bed.
It's always when you're going to sleep, man.
And and I have my eyes closed. I pray. I say my prayers before I go to sleep at night. I'm a kid back then, and all of a sudden I hear crazy noise, and my eyes are closed, pitch black room, and it looked like a light was shining in my face. That's what it looked like. My eyes were closed.
Yeah.
And you could hear like noise, and it felt like something was above me, but I was shook. I didn't open my eyes, but it looked like somebody was shining a light in my eyes. With my eyes closed, like you could see.
So somebody was shining a light. Well, Swift, now I know. You said they were shining a light in your eyes? That's the aliens, dude. They're coming back to get you.
Yeah. Hey, listen, let them come.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. So someone was shining a light. Were you being kidnapped? How old were you?
I was how old was I at that time? I think I was about 13. I was about 13. I was a teenager. I thought I was, And but I'm in the bed. I just felt the
Yeah.
light shining. I could hear the noise. I could feel the light shining. It got very, very hot. I'm under the blankets, and I just didn't open my eyes. I said, you know what? Let me just go to sleep. And that's what I experienced.
Jimmy, I think Swift was abducted by aliens.
No, I'm
Nah.
serious. That's what it sounds like.
This ain't ghost. This is goddamn aliens.
I don't know what it was. I didn't open my eyes. I said, you know what? I'm not going to sell it.
I mean, we don't know. Swift didn't sell it. He didn't open the eyes. So you don't know what it was. They probably were examining. They're like, no, this guy's too crazy for that planet. Let's leave him right here. Because they left. I mean, I still was trying to go back home to my home planet Mars, but they're not taking me. I mean, they're like, just leave him here. This guy's fucking nuts. We don't want him.
Yeah.
No, but
so that's my story. Like that's the thing that sticks out to me the most.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other minor things, but Farnsworth was a real deal. Dope.
Real deal.
He is a lion. Farnsworth was the real deal.
And I'm sure New
Oh,
York,
we got Haley in the house. Thanks for coming out, Haley. How you doing?
and I'm sure New York City is extremely haunted in a lot of spots. I mean, there's so much history and a lot.
Oh, bro, forget about it.
Yeah.
So much death, so much trauma, so much negative energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's very in New York for sure. Haley says they're doing good. Happy to join. Welcome.
Thanks for coming, Haley.
Have you all been to Brighton Asylum?
No, but it is on my list. It's a haunted attraction, not a real haunted place. But it's on my list this October to go to. Because I hear it's a great haunted attraction, like Waldorf Is It a Fear, for example, or Halls of Horror, which is another great haunted attraction. But Brighton Asylum, I hear, is a great attraction.
That's something we have to check out for sure. I heard about that also, like at Penhurst.
Tony,
what's going on, my man?
Oh, look, see,
that's something similar happened to me when I was young. Oh boy,
Tony's the man.
Tony, I guess we're all from a different planet. I guess this is what I'm gathering today on this show. Haley says,
is it haunted? All right. Well, some haunted attractions are haunted, right, Jimmy?
It's a good segue right into that one. Yeah, Waldorf, State of Fear. Before we get to that, I want to tell you my younger story. I guess again, I don't know why it happens in Brooklyn.
Oh, I got a younger story too. I forgot all about it. Yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna get to that one. Thinking about it right now. Grandmother's house again. Wild. I get right to the point. Got up 3 o'clock in the morning. I was younger. It was 96. This was so I was 9 years old. So I'm getting up to go to the bathroom. Bro, no lie. I'm sitting at the table. It's an old lady in a blue dress. I seen the blue dress. Her eyes were like, dude, I'd never seen this before. I swear it lit up. It was like, I felt like Mac from Predator. It was like, it's them eyes. They just disappeared. Dude, I screamed so loud the whole house woke up. I know what I seen. I know I was not hallucinating. Come to find out, my grandmother told me that the woman that had the house right before she bought it died in the house in a rocking chair. And she was in a blue dress. It's an older lady was in the house. So she was still in the house, apparently. And I just seen the head, bro. It was so freaky, guys. It was the craziest thing I've seen up until being at the Waldorf. Oh boy. Where do I start with this, Lawrence? Let's see. Angie.
Yeah.
And Angie, and it says, Jimmy, we got a show that we're putting together here. I want you to be a part of it. Okay, well, what is it? You gotta spend the night at Waldorf. What? Spend the what? No, listen, I didn't want to do it. I says, Angie, I'm sorry. I was opting out, and she was like, listen, trust me, you're gonna be good. I was like, no, man, I'm not sleeping in this. I don't know what's going on there. But Angie convinced me, and I'm glad she did, because I had an experience that I'll never forget, and I met some great people that were just awesome, including obviously yourself, Lawrence, you, Fred, the rest of the crew there. Everybody was just amazing, and just doing those walkthroughs. I have no idea what a paranormal investigation was like until this. So, I mean, the equipment, Lawrence, better than I do. So if you want to, throw that out there, because for those that are just watching this that don't know what an investigation is like and what they use, maybe you can enlighten them.
So I don't remember what we all used that night, but a few things we would use, and I'm pretty sure we did use, were, for example, REM pods, which are energy detectors. So I have one right here, actually. Give me 1 second. I will grab my, because you never know.
You never
You're going to come across a goddamn ghost. So this is a REM pod, for example, this one is made by Steve and Pam Berry, who own the 1912 historic Hoover House in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. It's an extremely haunted bed and breakfast, but they make REM pods. So you may notice there's a little antenna here. So we do is turn this on. Oops, that's the laser grid. Turn this on. It beeps very obnoxiously. So if I just like this, so back away from it. I think the mic is making it go off. Might be too close to it.
Yeah, it's probably.
Okay, so it's off now. Well, I got too close to it. But the idea is if you get close to it, it will detect your energy in a way. So the idea, the theory, is that spirits can go near this antenna and trigger it or touch the antenna. So what you want to do is you want to encourage whoever you're trying to contact to get close enough to the REM pod or touch the REM pod to have it, react in that manner. Now, if it goes off in responsive ways, as like a direct response to a question you have, that somewhat validates that experience. Ideally, now REM pods. I'm not sure about this one specifically, but a lot of REM pod models can be kind of buggy. So what happens is walkie-talkies can trigger them. In fact, we tested it by accident at the Waldorf when my cat is on my other desk. Angela got on the walkie-talkie to talk to someone, and the REM pod on the floor went off. And I was like, see? Exhibit A of how these things are faulty. Another thing we used are cat toys, cat balls. So they're motion balls. I might have one somewhere. I do actually. 1 second. Again.
Oh, he got them all.
I am fully equipped, gentlemen. So this is a cat ball. So it's a little cat toy that lights up when you tap it or when it moves. And the idea is that, once again, whoever you're communicating with or trying to communicate with, the theories, they can interact with that object and make it light up, hopefully in responsive manners. I like using them, like the REM pod or any other piece of equipment. Take it with a grain of salt because they can be also buggy at times. Unfortunately, that's the case with all equipment. They're not buggy, but they're, take it with a grain of salt, essentially. That's why I prefer doing audio recordings. If you're recording audio at a location, for example, and you capture a voice that wasn't there, that's a little more validating, in my opinion, than absolutely. A cat toy going off. But these are some of the items that we used at the Waldorf Estate of Fear. And they did go off in really responsive manners. And that's the key is timing and how responsive they go off, if that makes sense.
Oh, they were going off.
The night we were there, you were there. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Yeah.
I mean, when we were in the attic, all I remember was we threw one of the cat balls. I think it was. And we threw that in a different section, and we were standing right here, and we were talking to the spirits, which were two little girls up in the attic, and it started going off, and nobody was near. There was nothing near it. So I'm like, oh, wow. So I remember saying something, if I recall, like, hey, we're going to play tag, something, because they were talking to them. They wanted to play a game. It wasn't Jigsaw, but they want to play a game. And so, yeah, tag my hand. And, man, I had wasn't a REM pod. It was, what was I holding at the time? It was lights. It was a rope. It was something I was holding that they gave me. I'm trying to remember. Santiago gave it to me. And shout out to Santiago, by the way. It's his birthday. Happy birthday. It just
Happy
went.
birthday.
It felt like they touched my hand. Like like I felt something. I know it wasn't bugging. At that point, I'm like, how am I supposed to sleep here tonight?
You did. You did. Kinda.
Barely. I mean, I had guys. Listen, we're gonna get to that night. I guess let's talk about this right now. Okay, the bar, whatever her name was. I know Angie said she was a mimic. I know it was Amanda. She was there. She was feeling the kid like a priest. I know a lot shouldn't be saying, but what I'm saying is like she wanted to come home with Jimmy J, and I'm not. I'm not the most attractive guy out there, but I mean, I popped the collar for that one.
We gotta get you to a place called the Shanley Hotel up in New York.
I heard of it.
The Shanley is an old bordello, and the ladies of the night that haunt the place are extremely persistent and active. People report being touched there. The one time I was staying there, I was about to fall asleep in one of the rooms, and I just hear a man moan, like, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I'm not spending the night there.
And another time, I was trying to sleep, and
it's Diddy.
What's that?
It's Diddy.
It's Diddy. Yeah. I mean, they were everywhere. But we were trying to go to sleep, and then, it's about maybe 3:00, and I'm like, listen, when I go to bed here, nothing usually happens. It's fine. So we're in bed, and it's just quiet. And all of a sudden, on the door to our room, we're the only ones there with the whole place to ourselves. All of a sudden, you hear a boom on the door to the room, as if someone came up to the door and just did the loudest, most aggressive knock on the door. It was either like a, hey, your time's up, stop fucking, get out, kind of knock, or, hey, I'm gonna fuck with you all night. But it's yeah. So that was loud.
And that's the Shanley?
Fun. Huh?
You said the Shanley?
The Shanley up in New York.
Yeah. I heard
Where's that located in New York?
It's in Napanoch, New York.
Napanoch is all the way upstate. Yeah, that's far. That's far upstate.
But Jimmy, it's 2 hours from us.
Okay.
So it's definitely not like it's a good drive, and it's the boonies. But it's a fun place.
We got a couple things here. I want to get to some of the comments. Tony, I had white smoke with a light under the bed. That was probably Alice Cooper music video or something. I don't know what was going on in here. White
smoke with a light under.
Oh boy, rock star.
He opened his eyes. I didn't open my eyes. I said, I'm too tough for this. I'm not. Let me leave my eyes closed.
That's it. That's the tough guy move. Do not open your eyes.
My grandmother's house had a section that was hand-built stone, built in the 1700s. Definitely has some experience there.
Casey, feel free, man, just to comment in the section. Let us know
interesting
that you've had. Danielle.
Danielle.
Lawrence.
So she was with me. She loves the Shanley. She's been to the Shanley many times. A few times we've gone together with friends. So she was with me. Did we lose Swift? No,
he's probably just he's good.
Yeah, sometimes I need to poop too. So we were at the Conjuring house together. So if those who are watching, I'm sure you know the Conjuring movies. The first Conjuring film, obviously it's a real story based on a real house. Danielle and we went to the actual house up in Rhode Island. Now, it's a different style house than I think in the movie it's like a farmhouse, kind of a big old farmhouse. Yeah. In reality, it's a small little cabin-esque kind of house built in the 1700s. Very small, very tight inside, almost claustrophobic. Like it's very small. And when I was there filming, it was a very quiet night. But myself, and our friend Sarah were in the backyard filming and investigating. Now, people report that the outside is more active, more haunted than the inside of the Conjuring house. Brandon, we were outside investigating, and we're asking questions. And as soon as Sarah starts talking, you hear someone say something. Now, it's not me, and it's not Danielle. We don't know who it is. Now, we didn't hear it in real time. We heard it only in the video. So a few days go by. I'm listening to it over and over again. I'm like, what is it saying? What is it saying? I show it to my friend Kristen. As soon as I show it to her, I realize it clicks. It's a young child, it's a young girl asking, "Are you a ghost?" And it's clear as day.
What?
And we caught that on video.
Am I a ghost? What
Wow.
about you? What are you like?
And I have a theory on that, and it's a theory that I like to get behind, and I think it kind of applies to Gettysburg as well. That it's and it kind of goes back to why you should be so scared of the paranormal. It's not really. I don't know. I think it's more of a time step or some kind of crossover. So I think, you know, in another dimension or universe, that young girl is still at the Conjuring house, whether it's in the 60s, 50s, 40s, 70s, 20s, who knows? They could be experiencing some kind of time slip where they hear us talking in their backyard. Now, if I'm an 8-year-old child and I'm in my backyard playing and I hear people talking, I'm probably going to ask, "Are you a ghost?"
Yeah.
So I think that is most likely the case in a lot of situations when it comes
Like
to
a
the
parallel
paranormal.
universe? Or
Yeah, that's exactly it. I think there's some kind of slip, something going on there. And it's more so that than just, "Oh, we're talking to dead people." I think that may be the case to a degree. I think there's a lot to it. Obviously, we don't understand it because science can't even explain it.
Yeah.
But I think science is getting to that point. But I think there's some kind of time slip happening along the way.
glitch in
So, yeah, there's some, I guess a glitch is a good word for it. There's something funky happening. So,
God. I wonder if any one of these ghosts ever hear me doing one of these over the top promos and what they're thinking.
yeah, probably.
Or-
At the Waldorf, they're probably still up, you know, because it was a restaurant back in the day, right? So
Yeah.
they're probably eating their pork chop, and they hear Jimmy come in, like, "What's going on, everybody?" Yeah. So it's just like, who's this asshole? I'm trying to eat my goddamn meatloaf, and I have Jimmy in the
I mean,
So-
yeah, like who's this guy on the loudspeaker? Why is he carrying a mega? What the hell? That blazer. I gotta wear my sunglasses in this house. No, I mean, no, but listen, like that Waldorf, man, back to that, you know, just thinking of that bar experience and asking questions and things are lighting up and they're responding. And you know, like things are moving, like you're seeing things at that time. I didn't see this happen because we were in a different room, but Fred, he got punched in the gut, hit the floor. He said he felt like he got hit in the gut and hit the floor.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, other people experienced. I mean, look, I mean, I don't really believe in malicious spirits or energy or anything like that. But if you're an asshole when you're alive, you're likely going to be an asshole when you're deceased. And you know, if the paranormal is a case where you're communicating with those who are deceased, then yeah, you're likely going to deal with someone who's not very nice. So if you're in a location like that and people are reporting feeling like they got, you know, punched in the stomach, I know someone else who had a really almost traumatic experience at that house.
At the
So
Waldorf.
yeah, so
Oh,
it's very, I don't know, that place, I don't really get any weird vibes from it. I think it's definitely active. There's something there. But I'm
This
not
is like a portal almost. I'm sorry to cut you off. Like in that,
yeah.
in the dining room they were talking because it was like they were at like it was almost like Grand Central Station for spirits.
Yeah, and I've heard them describe that before, like that, basically. And to each their own. It's definitely an active location. There's definitely something there. It's a weird place. My friend who went there to take pictures one day, he wasn't expecting anything at all. He thought this is bullshit. Like, this place isn't haunted, whatever. So he's there taking pictures, and he's upstairs on the second floor, and he sees a woman walk across the hallway into one of the rooms. But guess what, Jimmy? That woman didn't exist. She was up there. So he went to go in the room to see who it was. There was nobody there. And then at that point, he realized, oh my God. And that was the only time he's ever seen something like that. We investigate together all the time, and he's heard stuff and captured stuff on audio, but he's never seen something walk by like that. And that was the only place he's ever experienced that, was at Waldorf or Hell House.
Well,
so there's something there. definitely there's something there at that house.
There's multiple things there.
Yeah.
There's multiple things. And there's two things over here that popped up. Hold on. When Tony had said, not everyone is gone. Do you still think the Amityville house is haunted?
Well, there's a family living there. If it's haunted, okay, it might be. I know the Warrens investigated it. They're the same people who investigated the Conjuring house and the Annabelle doll, which Annabelle was the name of the mother who got her daughter a talking doll in a Twilight Zone episode way before the Annabelle story came about. So connect those two dots there. Is Annabelle a hoax?
Yeah.
With that in mind, it's believed the Amityville haunting is also a hoax. In fact, there's an infamous photo of a ghost child on the second floor of the Amityville house. You look at it, and it's a pretty startling photo. It looks like a young boy behind the railing. His eyes are glowing. He's wearing a pajama shirt, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's one of the children who were killed, in that family massacre that really took place there." But in reality, it was one of the co-investigators with his flannel shirt kneeling down behind the railing, and it was misjudged as a paranormal photo. So with that in mind, that doesn't mean the house isn't haunted, but the circumstances of those who investigated it, that's debatable. But it'd be cool to get in there to investigate it. But I know, unfortunately, it's never going to happen.
Yeah, I know. That's unfortunate. But you brought out something too. Do you think often people try to over exaggerate certain stories and just create something that's not there, manifest different things in their mind that maybe they want to believe but are not true, and consider it paranormal? I mean, I think that happens. That does happen often. I mean, there's obviously something going on. There's some sort of energy. There's, from what you're telling me and what I've experienced, what others have experienced, there's something else there, whether it's a parallel universe or legit spirits. But I think a lot of times, people tend to, I don't want to just say lie, but do you think maybe just over exaggerate certain things?
People love ghost stories. They love telling ghost stories, and we love being scared. We've always loved being scared. I mean, fear is man's oldest emotion. So it's, people are gonna, add their own twist to certain things. And people are, I guess a good example is when you go to an old house, or even an old hospital from like 1800s, 1900 something. It's abandoned. No one occupies it. It's just there sitting away and just rotting away. And it's supposed to be haunted. You go in there and you hear thuds and creaks and weird noises. Your mind's going to jump to, a conclusion of, oh my God, it's haunted. But really, it's just an old building that's going to creak and make noises. So I think you really should take a lot of things with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
And go in and investigate for yourself. A good investigator debunks. I think the first step as an investigator is to debunk as much as you can. I've been to places where, they're haunted, but a lot of it is environmental. It's the heat kicking on, or the house is from 1792. It's creaking. It's going to knock. Things happen. The building's falling apart. Get out before you die. It's things like that. We were at Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum last weekend.
Oh,
this huge hospital from 1894, I think it was, and it shut down in 1994. But a huge place, and it's an old building. Now they do history tours. They do investigations. We were there for an investigation. We're on the top floor of the place, and a lot of shit went down. It was creepy and definitely haunted, but a small portion of it was environmental. The
Mm.
top floor had wooden floors, so they're very creaky. So it sounded like footsteps all around you, but really it was just the building making noise and kind of talking to you. But doesn't mean it's not haunted. That place is definitely haunted. We heard voices. That place is nuts. That video, I'm currently cutting the video right now. That video should be dropping sometime next week.
Oh, I can't wait.
But that place, we caught whispers, whistling. That place is active as hell.
You see, I think right there, what you were saying, like picking up that audio, that's more proof than like REM pods going off or whatnot like that. It's more, it legitimizes it even more, for sure. It's interesting, this whole like thought of, is it spirits? It makes people wonder, is there a life after death? Do you roam around? Like it's that age old question. We'll never know. Like we won't.
No, and nobody knows the answers. Like that's the big question, right? What happens after you die? Nobody knows, and it's okay to say you don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea. I'll never know until it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think we need to accept the fact that it's okay to not know. And I think I don't know, maybe we shouldn't know. It's kind of like spoiling a movie. It's like, when I would know the ending, why finish it? Why finish the whole thing?
But do you think if we did know, like, it's going to give people, a sense of closure in a way, and also like something to look forward to? Hey, you know what? I'm out of here, but I'm not going anywhere. Stay tuned. There's more of me.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people that could be the case. For me personally, I don't know if I want that closure right away. I like being surprised. So I mean, hopefully I don't find out for a while.
Yeah,
I'm gonna die from a heart attack. But it's I think it's good to have the element of surprise. I don't know. It's like a movie almost. Like, just sit, enjoy yourself, enjoy the roller coaster that is this fucked up movie called life. And you're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, you'll be very angry, and your favorite character is gonna die. So it's but the ending is hopefully worth it.
That's a great way of putting it, Lawrence. I love it. I'm going to get to some of the comments here. So, by the way, Swift is having a little issue over there. He's commenting up in here, but he's also texting me on the side. So he's having just some issues over there. He's good, but I don't know if, okay, he might, he should be coming back on. He's having some allergy issues, a nosebleed.
Is he being haunted right now?
He's being haunted. We're talking about it. They're getting him in the wherever he's at. I don't want to spoil where he's at. They're getting him where he's at right now. Jesus
I know where he's at.
We got your back, Swift. I'm coming over there and I'm running right under the bed. All right, so let's get to some of these comments. Casey, the intelligence of the haunting at Waldorf is crazy too. I had my name said over Spirit Box. I caught something saying my name on video.
Yeah, so he got some crazy recordings. Like, we were in their room. We were in the Sarah Black room, which is named after the Sarah Black family, the Black family. The building has gone through numerous ownership changes. It was the Sweeneys, the Blacks, and then the Schultz, I believe. So 3 families own that place, and the Sarah Black room is the most active room in the house. Casey was recording audio in that room, and he got a really good clip of someone whispering, bouncing. And it was clearest. And I was in the room with him. At that time. And nobody said bouncing.
That's why.
Nor should they.
The voices, hearing those voices too, even when we had the voice, I think it was the voice box going at the same time. Yeah, we were talking to them. They were responding.
Yes.
And they would say, like, in the kitchen at the Waldorf, they're like, the cook there apparently didn't want me cooking in the kitchen.
Oh,
I said, what do you want?
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, you remember that? Dude, that was wild. Hold on, let me get to some of these things right here. Claire, haunted by a bad time.
Miss Claire, yeah.
We got to hear it. We got to hear that story. Bad time. Let's see. Casey, I really believe you can't beat a good intelligent Response EVP. Okay. I got a Swift. Oh, Swift's joining the comments here. What's up? You said, John, we had an aunt that reportedly, what? She was possessed. Why didn't you say this on it? Swift, you got to get back. Get that under control. Get back on it. Talk about your aunt that was possessed. Tony, when I was little, I lived in a huge old house. It even had an old bomb shelter. And one Saturday I was watching WWF. Oh, hell yeah. Back in the day, not like pro wrestling. Superstars. Oh, okay. WWF Superstars. I think that was Sundays, right? And everyone in the house was freaking out. And we just kept hearing this banging. It was really loud, like an explosion going off. We never found out what it was and where it was coming from.
It was just Kane's entrance. That's all it was.
Yeah, that's what well, if it's thinking Superstars.
That was before Kane. That was before. That was like that's part when he was a dentist.
Adam Bond, maybe. Yeah, you're right. Isaac Yankem.
Yep, that's what it was. Isaac Yankem. Yep. Yeah.
Okay, Jeff says, "Where's the pink shirt?"
Son of a bitch. There's no pink shirt.
Oh boy, love it, Chase. I'm the one who's being haunted. I work at a haunted house escape room. Oh, 13th hour. Okay. We had a bunch of antique. Oh, God, dolls.
Is it the one in Jersey? 13th hour? That's a great haunt, if it is. Oh. It was like a giant warehouse when you get there. And the first time I ever went there was back in 2020, I think it was. We get there, and I'm like, this is it? Really? And we walk inside, and it blew my mind. Like, 13th hour is an amazing haunt. Like, it's just nonstop chaos all the way through. But that place it's cool.
I never been there. I got
a great haunted attraction.
I gotta check that out. Yes, one. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm just thinking about with the antique doll. I just hate dolls. I'm looking at the dolls back there. I hate dolls. And they put me in the room. They put me in the room with all the dolls, the kids' room. And I'll get to that in a second. Claire, right now, I'm being haunted by the schwa.
Boy,
I have for dinner. Yeah, I don't think those donuts are going to go over well, Claire. I think you should hold off maybe to the AM for the donuts and let everything kind of settle down. John Swift, we got to hear this. Okay, Casey still haven't figured out what the shadow I captured was on the video.
Right. He caught something. Yeah. It was a weird, and it only happened once, I think. So it was really weird.
Oh boy. Yeah. I mean, listen, this things that, just thinking about it now, it's like, you don't know, man. What is it? Is it just our minds? Is it something out there? I mean, there's proof though, from hearing your stories and obviously experience I had, there's definitely something going on. I mean, sleeping there at the world, I'm just going to get to it. Just get right to the end here. I was playing tunes and cause you guys, you sons of bitches, man. I'll tell you, you scared the hell out of me, man. You and Fred and clown suit came in the room and I'm like, up, but not up. I'm like half asleep, and it's like, I'm playing all these music, and the lights, man, they're going off. Everything's going off. It was bananas in there. And apparently, I've said this before, I'll say it again. They love the saxophone. They love Tim Capella, okay, and they definitely love Richard Marx, okay, because the saxophone solo, I believe it was saxophone solo in Endless Summer Nights, that they just were going bananas, like everything was going off up there. But yeah, it was a wild night. And then you guys come in there and I was like, what's moving in there? And all of a sudden here comes Fred in the goddamn clown costume, and I jumped up and I needed to change my underwear. Was it you or Fred? I forgot who it was.
If Fred was, I was filming. I don't know how you did. I don't know how you did not see me at all. But
no, I don't know. I should be wearing glasses.
I ran into the wall. I'm like, oh, it's so dark. It was pitch black. I walked into the wall.
Yeah, I was delusional.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, he didn't see me. I don't know how this happened.
At that stage. I mean, it was like, I haven't got any sleep. And I'm trying to, Angie had to come up there with the rest of the kind of like, yo, listen, you got to go to sleep. And he's playing music all night. It was bananas. Wharton, he said, okay, we act in escape rooms as well. Escape rooms. Oh, I'll be cool. Those joints. Robert the doll.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
A lot of stories behind that doll, but I never seen him in person. Apparently, Robert the doll. I think he's in Key West right now in a museum, in a glass case, and you have to ask permission, like his permission, to take pictures. Otherwise, you get cursed by Robert the doll. I don't know if I believe it or not, but it's he's an ugly son of a gun. So,
Robert the doll.
sorry, Rob, you're an ugly son of a bitch.
So it's not like Chucky. It's like we're gonna play a game, hide the soul, Jimmy. God, I love a good haunted doll. My favorite genre of child, to be honest.
Give me long legs.
Oh man, no, I hate dolls. I can't stand them. I'm looking behind you. I'm just getting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Next weekend.
I'll be able to play some notable
doll. Oh, I know where it. Yeah, I know where he's going.
And you know what? I say things and people just do it purposely. Like they send, not you guys here, but like I say things with dolls, and they send me pictures of dolls, and I don't want to see them. And it's like 11 o'clock at night, and I happen to just roll over and look at the phone, and the room is fucking dark. I'm trying to go to sleep. Boom! Raggedy Ann. There's a doll. Like these creepy dolls, bro. Like I can't. Oh,
now, Lawrence, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How frequently do you take part in these investigations? Do you go like twice a month? Do you go every week, every weekend?
It depends. I mean, as much as I can. I mean, I went last weekend to West Virginia to investigate that lunatic asylum. In a few weeks, I'm going back to West Virginia to investigate this haunted cabin by myself.
By yourself.
By myself. The story is about I think back in 1896, this guy, he was a reverend or a minister. I think he got caught with another man. So his wife, I think, found out. So he brought his wife to this cabin, killed her. He beat her in the head to death with a piece of firewood. Now it's believed that she haunts the cabin. So I'll be going there in a few weeks to, have a nice summer getaway.
Oh, that sounds like a real retreat. That sounds
interesting.
like
ideal
vacation.
Nice relaxing weekend.
Nice relaxing week with a woman that hates men. That hates men, and you're going there by yourself. I got the rosary. I got it. It's going down. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I'll say it. I got you covered, man. I'm gonna pray for you. That's gonna be wild. Holy smoke. Oh, geez. Lawrence, I don't know how you, but I love what you do. Like, just the fact that you're in here, you're doing these documentaries and different.
Yeah, they're awesome too.
It is absolutely incredible. It's well done. And let me ask you, how did you get started with this?
Well, like I said, I mean, back in 2006, I got into it. And then I kind of took a break, I've always been into the paranormal since then. But in 2019, that's when I kind of started the Mondodocs channel. And, like I said, I wasn't really going to dabble that much in the paranormal, which is funny because the first video ever on the channel is a ghost hunting video. Yeah, like I said, man, during COVID, things shut down. I needed ideas for videos, cemetery safaris, abandoned places, they're away from people. So kind of, the rest is history.
you always loved horror, ever since you were.
Oh my God, I've been watching horror movies my entire life. I mean, I remember shooting films on my mom's VHS camera. Blair Witch, I was shooting Blair Witch remakes in my backyard in the woods all the time, which, should have been foreshadowing of how my life was going to go eventually. But, yeah.
That's incredible. Those VHS recordings.
Doing your Mondodocs.
Yeah, they should have known at the time that, like, oh my God, he's going to be a goddamn YouTuber with ghost hunting videos when he gets older. But, yeah.
Jeez, man. I remember those old camcorders too. You brought back some memory. I was even the mini DV ones. I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've always been into filmmaking and just horror in general. I mean, I grew up watching, Peter Jackson's early films, trauma movies like Toxic Avenger. I mean, I still remember to this day, what movie made me realize I want to be a director. I want to get into filmmaking. And I was maybe like 3 feet tall. I don't know how old I was. I was young now. And the film was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. And that was the one. I'm like, I want to make movies about giant fucking tomatoes that kill people. This is great. And yeah.
I'm never having sauce again. That's it. It's that's amazing though, dude. And I know you're super passionate about it, man. And it shows. It shows at what you do. And I gotta go and investigate. We all gotta get the team together. We have to do a investigation I'm gonna go to church first, and then we'll do an investigation. I need to be man. I'm gonna bring holy water.
We're gonna have a horror 365 paranormal video. There's like an hour-long video of Jimmy by himself at a haunted hotel.
Oh,
hey, sounds good to me. Sounds like a hit.
You, not to me.
Sounds like a hit. Let's do it. Let's go.
I think I know the perfect place. It's near us, Jimmy, the middle of nowhere, and involves clowns. So I think this is a good idea.
Yeah,
but I'll contact the owner tomorrow.
That one, clowns and dolls. This is not my thing.
It sounds like a smash hit.
We got.
Yeah, so it sounds like a cult classic right away.
Let's go for the culture. For the culture, let's go.
For science.
We gotta get. Oh, Paige is joining us in a second. I see her jumping on here. Before we get to Paige, there's a couple things in here. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let's get Paige on here real quick. And Swift, we got to get to your story. You said your aunt was possessed?
So, gentlemen, I do want to hear the story real quick. So, tell it. I do have to go in a few minutes, though.
Okay.
I do have to go. I have other arrangements. But I do want to hear his story about the possession.
Okay.
Please tell it.
So, okay.
Listen, real quick. Paige, how you doing,
Hi.
Paige?
What's up?
How are you?
Welcome.
Good. How are you? Thank you. Yeah, Swift, I want to hear about this demonic possession, too. This is interesting.
I'm not really the right guy to tell the story.
No?
Because
All right. There's always a right guy for the right job.
It was in the Dominican Republic. It was my grandmother's sister, who was, I guess, my great aunt. And she was possessed, and they kept her like in the barn, and my grandmother had to take care of her and stuff like that. But
Keep it on.
yeah, you know, they lived in the farm and stuff. You know, they lived on the farm in the Dominican Republic. And my grandmother was charged with taking care of her and everything. That was her sister. That was her younger sister. And, you know, I really don't know much about it. I just remember hearing the stories, but I don't have too many details about it. The next time we do a paranormal episode, I can get some of my family members on to that they can corroborate the story and enlighten you guys on many stories that they've experienced.
Oh no, absolutely! I got to hear about this possession, man. Like,
yeah,
Mama.
Oh, wait till we do it, and you guys start hearing this stuff.
Oh man. So yeah, I felt like I was possessed at the Waldorf. I don't know. I was singing all night long, but I wasn't. But real quick before we get, I know Lawrence, you only have a couple of minutes. Paige, I want to get to you definitely. Just want to get to some of these comments real quick. It was going off. Where we at? Let's start from the top here. I mean, the Saw movies are my favorite series, and I do love Billy the Doll forever. I could look at his adorable face forever. Jesus, not me. My mom's gave me my
Jason
buddy
Rogers. What's up, Jason?
Big J Rogers. I beat it with a bat.
I beat that ass with a baseball bat. There you go. Let's go.
You thought you were gonna wake up and here's his doll over you. They do it.
Yeah, he was. Listen, Jason wasn't playing that.
Yeah, he wasn't having it, man. Jay wasn't having it. Larry's going on a hot boy vacay. Oh man, Lawrence has been known to do solo nights at the haunted locations. Yeah, bless your heart, my man. That's
well, you know,
oh, goodness. Larry needs to roll up to the cabin with some hot shorts on. Well,
he's gonna take those spirits to Larry.
Yeah. Well, listen. Okay. Well, by the way, Mama Swift popped the link up.
Yeah, that's my mom right there.
Oh, Mama Swift, thank you.
There we go, Jay Rogers.
Big balls, my friend, to go in by yourself. Definitely something.
I used to not like going by myself to some places, but you kind of get used to it in a way, and it kind of pushes yourself to go through it because I don't know how to explain it. It makes a good video, if anything else, because you're by yourself. You're watching this video of this guy, this weirdo, in a haunted place by himself, and it's like, well, see what this maniac, see what he encounters, what he experiences, and I don't know. I think that aspect is fun. So,
well, it's also, I think also like this one, like there's nobody else there. It's you. You're more focused on the experience.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And if anything else is like, you know, somebody's moving, you don't know if it's that, if it goes, but somebody moving around, you know, you want to be sure of what you're hearing, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, and all that stuff. So I think I give you a lot of credit for going in by yourself, but it makes sense. It does.
It gets unnerving because you're by yourself. Like I was at the Hinsdale house up in Western New York I mean, I was the only one there. And this house is the middle of nowhere. There's nothing, nobody around. It's
It's
just
their
you
house.
and this little white house from the 70s. And it's or actually way before that. But it's yeah, there were footsteps above me, and then I caught some whispers on camera, and just little weird. I had the front porch door open by itself, so weird things like that happen, and it's nobody else because it's just you all by yourself in the wilderness, and some deer, maybe a bobcat. Who knows?
Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wow.
don't know if I'll make it. I barely made it with a house full of people at the Waldorf. And we got a couple more here, Claire.
I'm so envious of your life. I watched the old MTV series Fear. Yeah, I remember Fear.
Yeah, Fear was great.
I want that life so bad. Yeah, they had the cameras like strapped on, and they're in the dark in these haunted places. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's something. No, Casey Penhurst. I'm trying to make it another year of my life at least. Jesus, you guys, I'm literally in these things. Lawrence knows. I mean, he experienced it firsthand. I had to bring like about 4 changes of underwear. That's it.
At least 10 pairs of underwear he bought. But
Well, I mean, I was
11.
able to wash a couple, but hand wash them. I'm only going if Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd. That's it. That's it. Oh, come on, Jay. Now you're forcing me to do it. Oh, geez. Where we at, Mama Swift?
Do it.
Ghost. Our
Dominican Ghost.
Ray Ortiz, thank you for joining us, buddy.
Oh, that's my cousin Ray. Thanks for popping in. I finally definitely has some good stories. You see it? That's my cousin right there, Ray. This description of a farm possession instantly makes me think of the exorcism of Emily Rose. That was a good movie. I haven't seen that movie. I saw it in the theaters. That was the only time I ever saw it when it first came out.
Man, that was, what was it, 2013, 11, something? I don't know.
Oh, it was probably
over 10 years ago, I think.
Yeah, it was. I don't even
Also,
remember.
the greatest possession film of all time is obviously Possession. So,
Yeah.
and it's the greatest film of all time in general.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, I hope I don't have to ever experience that. You have to experience that, but yeah, those movies, man, it's just something. It like really for me, the paranormal, like Exorcist stuff like that, it makes you think. And then hearing some of these great stories, which Paige we're gonna get to momentarily, hearing these stories, and just again back to the point, Lawrence, is it real? Are these spirits? Is there a parallel universe? We don't know, but either way, there's some shit happening.
Yeah.
It's wild. That's it.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate it, Lawrence. I know you got to run. If there's anything else that you want to throw out there, anything you want to talk about, we got to get you back on, dude. I mean,
Lawrence, thanks so much for coming out, bro. Thank you.
Oh, well,
Appreciate
thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, go subscribe to Mondodocs on YouTube. New video drops next week. I have a few documentary ideas that I'm, working on. Going to this amazing horror archives in I can't say where, but it's that's going to be an experience. So I cannot wait for that. Jimmy knows where.
Can't wait for that.
But
can't wait for it to drop.
So yeah, stay
I
tuned.
want to say it so bad, but I can't. I'm not.
Everybody, check out Mondodocs. His channel is sick.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you, Lawrence. Seriously, man. Extended. Not extended. He's a horror 3. For those that don't know, he's a horror 365 family member, but he got his own baby right there, Mondodocs.
And don't forget, Emmaus Theater tomorrow night.
Yes. Come on now.
Tomorrow night, yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a crazy night over there. Firefly family in the house. We're gonna be doing our thing over there. Yeah, I got something planned. I got a couple of horror 365 final girls tied up, and then be throwing them up in the theater somewhere.
Yeah.
We got some action going on tomorrow. It's gonna be good. Thank you for that plug.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Everybody come out.
I'm gonna try. I think I think I will be there. So.
All right.
If you're coming through, let me know ahead of time. I want to get you comped over there because you're a team member. So I'm gonna get you comped. I'll talk to you.
We can talk about it. But cool.
I got it. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, Lawrence.
Lawrence, see you tomorrow.
Lawrence, the Prince of Paranormal. Yeah, Lawrence is coming tomorrow, man. If not, I'm gonna send those ghosts after you. Is it okay?
They're already here.
He ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Yeah, that's true. He's not afraid of no ghosts.
Send him my way. I will.
I don't know what to do.
I'll talk to him one way or another. All right. All right, boys and girls.
All right, brother. Thank
you.
Take it easy, Lawrence.
Yep.
Hope to see you tomorrow, Lawrence.
Jimmy, there's something behind you, Jimmy. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
Something.
come on,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Yeah, he just now he disappeared. Oh my
Here
god.
we go. We got the illustrious pages of horror. How you
Hello.
doing? How's everything?
Pages of
Happy
I'm
horror.
good.
Friday.
I'm
Thanks for
good.
coming up.
Everything's good. Oh, absolutely. I used to live in a haunted house, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be here.
Yes,
Now we
indeed.
gotta hear the
You gotta
story.
come out. Thanks
Yep.
for joining.
Yes,
Oh,
thank
you're
you.
welcome. Anytime. Anything for you guys. Love you guys.
I
So
appreciate
We love you more.
thanks. So yeah, so my childhood house, it was in Jamesburg, New Jersey. It a guy died in it. His name was Jack. So off the bat, it's already got something in it, and we're pretty sure that the wife killed him because his life insurance was up to like a mil. Like what was it, like a month before that, and then the dude dropped dead. I don't know, pretty fishy. And she was in Paris when like they were showing the house and everything. It was weird. He was a big Grateful Dead like fan. He had like a whole room of it,
Oh wow.
but that's not important to the story. So anyway, so Jack. I used to my bed the way it was, there was a hallway going down, and then my bed could like see down the hallway. And then if you're looking down the hallway, it's bathroom, my mom's room where Jack died, and then it's like my brother's room on that side. But like every night if I looked down the hallway, you see like his like silhouette walking into the room. It was
Wow.
that was
Wow.
creepy. Yeah, that's the one story. And like I mean, I guess it was him. I don't know, but it was creepy. And like he had no like
Yeah.
features. He was just like a black like figure. So that would happen in there.
Wow.
So
How do you
that was,
sleep? How'd you sleep? Every night you seen his shadow.
you just get used to it.
Oh my god.
Get
It's like
used to it.
Jack
Goodness
just wants to go
gracious.
to bed too.
You get used to it. I can't get used to that page. I don't know.
Now, now, Paige, did your family know this story when you guys got the house?
Yeah, so they were literally signing the papers, and then the realtor was like, by the way, I have to tell you that someone died in the house. And my mom's
Oh,
like, oh, okay, so we're just signing papers. My mom was like friends with the realtor.
Oh.
She's like, I'm sorry, Terry.
yeah.
So they were wondering why it was such a great price, and it's like they just want
Well,
to get
well,
rid
now
of it.
you know.
Hey,
Yeah,
Package.
what a
Jack.
prince for?
Yeah, right. Exactly. But yeah, no, my parents knew because my family's very like clairvoyant. It's really weird. Like my mom, she's like really weirdly psychic. She like knows stuff before it happens and stuff. And like I like see the dead people in my dreams, like my dead family members, like come to
Oh
me in my
wow.
dreams and stuff. Yeah, and like we've always had like this weird thing. So there was this little girl in the house that my mom saw on like multiple occasions. They don't know who she is or anything. And I used to hang out with her when I was little, apparently. Like they would like she would come, my mom would see her walk in my room, and then my mom like later on would go in the room, and I'm sitting there laughing and like giggling in the crib like to nothing. And she was like, it was definitely the girl, because you know kids, they could see that shit better than like adults and stuff. We're more like, you know, the third eye
Yeah,
or whatever. So yeah, she was
100%.
convinced that I was playing with the kid. And my mom was like, she was like, she looked like she was in a communion outfit, but not like
Oh
no
wow.
communion veil. And that's like what she was wearing, my mom said. And then one day my uncle saw her, and then my aunt saw her all in the same night. So it's like
That's insane.
it was insane. It was creepy, but not really. She was good. She had like good vibes. Jack was not good. Jack's evil, by the
Jack's
way.
Yeah.
last name would happen to be Torrance. Torrance. Jack Torrance. Is that his last name?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay, knocking
Don.
on the door. He's like, "Paige, let me in." Oh no. Jeez. My
Here's Johnny.
God,
Here's
man.
Jack.
Yeah,
No,
Wow.
literally.
my goodness. I mean, like just experiencing that. First of all, the fact that you said you got used to it, I don't know how. But experiencing like seeing something, maybe one time you'll think, okay, maybe it's nothing, and then you start seeing this nightly. I
Mhm.
mean, that didn't affect you going to sleep. It's like,
Not really. I could close my door. If I ever left it open, then I'm screwed. But if I close it, I'm okay. I was okay.
and he wasn't like it wasn't bad things happening in the house with this, with the spirit, or it was just you would just see.
I feel like he wasn't nice. For a while, I feel like he like messed with my dad's mind, if that makes sense. Like kind of like in a possession way. Like I don't know if that makes any sense at all or if I sound crazy.
No,
But like this like entity thing, Jack definitely wasn't good. He was not good because in like the corner of my dining room, it was just darker in that corner. You know what I mean? It was like weird. And my dad would always sit in that room. And that's when like shit in my family went like effing haywire, is
Oh,
when
boy.
like Jack got weird. And he would like sit in the corner and that's where my dad would be. And it was just, it was like feeding off him or something. I don't really know how to like describe it. But like
Yeah.
he definitely wasn't good. And I was telling my like clairvoyant friend Tamara about this. And she was like, Paige, I think we should like do like a cleansing of your house or something. So I
Yeah.
was like, all right, yeah, like that sounds like a great idea. So Jack didn't want her there. So out of nowhere, so Tamara was on her way to my house. She got to my house and she was like banging on the door for like 30 minutes. Somehow I fell asleep, my mom fell asleep, and my dog. Now, if you knew my dog, he would like, he's vicious. He was vicious, Hunter, great dog, but didn't like outsiders. So he would have been barking immediately before Tamara even got to the door. But he was sleeping right next to me. And she was like, Jack doesn't want me here. Because I messaged her. Like all that happened. He literally, we didn't wake up. She's banging on the door. And my room was right like by the door. Like you can like hear you, I would
Oh,
hear
wow.
it.
Yeah.
So didn't wake up at all. So she's like, Jack doesn't want me there. Cause I messaged her and I was like, hey, where are you? And she was like, Paige, I already tried to like get there. She's like, I was there already. And I was like, what do you mean you were there already? She's like, I was banging on the door for like 30 minutes. I was like, no, you weren't. And then so she came back. She was like, Jack doesn't want me there.
Jack, bad community girl, bless vibes. Bestie forever.
I hope so, me and her.
Oh, cute.
And so
Our
Tamara
house
came
is
back.
great. Yes.
And she like exercised the house. It was weird. Like the little girl apparently left after that, which I was really sad about because I liked her. We were friends, besties, right? So it was like weird. She left, but she came in, did all this stuff, and she like cleansed the house and stuff, and it got a little better. But she was like, Jack was really evil, and I believe it. I really do. I really, really do. And another occurrence with Jack, me and my friends were sitting in my room, we're chilling, and I'm telling the story of Jack. So my,
He's
I
like, oh,
know,
you
I
talking
know.
about me? You
I
talking
know,
about
literally. No, literally. He freaking. So I'm chilling. We're talking about Jack. I'm telling him all about him, and we were in. So I moved my room downstairs now. Now this is his Grateful Dead room. Like this was. His wife left a whole Grateful Dead room. Like my dad, like he kept some stuff but threw most of it out. But this was his room, you know. And
Yeah.
now it's my room. So now we're in there, door shut. So if you shut the door, it wasn't opening, and it had like thick carpeting. So you really had to like get that door open. So once I started talking about him, it was for a little bit. I'm talking for like maybe like 10 minutes about him, and then I say his name again. I'm like, Jack. The door swings open,
Oh,
swings
Oh,
open, and it was him like saying like what, yo, what?
yeah. Oh, that's
for me?
crazy.
You're looking for me?
That's
Yeah. Oh
crazy.
my gosh. Look, and there's J.
He's
Rod.
making his presence known.
He showed himself all right. He really did.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
was creepy. He
Bloody
was.
wanker.
Jack
hmm
sounds like a real jack off.
Yeah, he definitely was. But she got rid of him, so I mean things did get
Oh,
Lucky.
better.
good. Oh,
But she
good.
also got rid of the little girl, so I was like really sad.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
yeah, but
It was a
yeah.
package deal. You got to,
hmm
yeah.
hmm
That's wild. I mean, listen,
That's
better than have
crazy.
nobody around there.
It was wild. It really was. Ever since we were like kids, stuff happened. The one story, I have one more story,
Yeah, go ahead.
and then I'm done. So the one story that sticks out to me the most, and I still have to ask my cousins to this day if I was dreaming or if it was a fever dream or if it actually happened.
Yeah.
So family parties used to be really big. So we used to have a really big family. And all the cousins, we'd hang out downstairs, play downstairs, do our thing. And I know every single cousin was in that room. So then we would run up to my room and stuff would be like off my shelves and my like coats and jackets would be off on the floor.
Oh
And this
boy.
happened like a couple times when we were like, playing around. We would go to my room to get something. We'd clean it all up and we'd like brush it off and then we'd grab what we needed, run back downstairs. And then, playing around, we'd have to go back upstairs, grab something out of my room and everything would be down again. And now I'm like, all right, who's messing with us? Like, is this a joke? I was like, which one of the older cousins? Because the older cousins always pulling pranks. I'm like, which
Oh
one of
yeah.
the older cousins is doing it? And even like they look scared, and they're like, where'd we find time to do it? We were downstairs with you, and I'm like, all right, okay. So then we were like, oh, it's one of the adults, and they swore up and down it wasn't them. Maybe it was one of the adults, but what? So what happened was we would happen the third time. We went into it the third time, and then we're standing there, and something like jumped out of the closet. Now this thing, it didn't look like a person, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like it was like this like mid like
The
height,
door
like
behind
just
you. That's what it was. No, no, no.
it might have been. Guys, this is Sunny.
That's not just equal shit. That's a
Sonny,
beautiful dog.
how you
Oh
doing,
my god.
Sonny?
The
He's
dog's
such an
name.
angel. He's the opposite of my other dog. Say hi.
Oh, such a
Sonny
bush.
boy.
He's such a baby.
What-
So this thing that jumped out of the closet, I don't know if it was it wasn't human. It was like a creature, and it like jumped out at us, and all of us screamed. All of us ran downstairs crying. Every single one of us was crying, screaming, and the adults were like, What's going on? What the fuck's going on?" Excuse my language.
Yeah.
They were like, it's in there. It's in there." And so nothing came out of this room. Nothing came out of this room. We were all at the end of the hallway. Parents went into the room, looked around, and they're like, "There's nothing in the room." None of the windows were open.
Oh my
And
god.
nothing. And we're watching the door. Till this day, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. That's my big story of this house. Till this
Wow.
day, I do not know what happened. And
That's awesome.
it still freaks me out. I was just talking about it with my cousin Eddie, like literally last weekend. I was like, man, that happened, right? I was like, that thing jumped out of the closet, right? He's like,
Yeah.
yes. He's like,
What,
you
I mean,
weren't
what did it
dreaming. I
look
was like,
That's
Did you guys
awesome.
have a vision of what it looked like?
it was like, it just literally, it looked hunched over. It was like mid height, and it was just all black. But it was like the blackest black you've ever seen. Like you know that like
Yeah,
near
like no
shade
features
black.
really. You couldn't
It
make any
had no
features out.
features, but it looked like it was gooey. If that makes any
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
I
like
don't.
it
I
was.
don't know how
It
to.
was. I got what you're trying to say. Yeah, no,
It's
definitely.
like
Like
slimy. I don't know how to describe it. It was just such a weird thing, and we all saw
Yeah.
it. Like I know we did. And then we sat and waited for something to come out of that room. Nothing did. I don't know if it was the devil. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
I
know.
mean,
A
everybody was
demon. If it was
okay.
Jack, I like.
Yeah.
We all don't know till this day. Till this day, we all
Yeah, well,
talk
That's
about it.
awesome.
John
Such a
says
cool
it's wrong, man.
story. It was Tarman.
It was Tarman. John. Yeah,
It's wrong.
it might have been. It might have been.
We
But that
Jesus.
story
I'm glad.
still
I'm
haunts me.
glad you're here to
Those
talk
stories
about
are
it because
dope.
I would have, man, I would have been terrified. I don't even know. Is this what hooked you on horror? Was the haunt that you dealt
Like
with?
the haunted childhood and the cousins I
Yeah.
hung out with. My uncle had like huge DVD collection. Horror's been in my family forever. My mom went to go see The Exorcist in New York City when it came out, and
Oh
they
boy.
did give out
Nice.
peek bags. Yeah, they wouldn't show it in New Jersey, so she had to go
Oh,
all the way to New York, and they gave the puke bags out, the original ones.
Wow.
And I know
boy.
she's like, I wish I still had that bag, Paige Ann. And I was like, I bet you do,
Yeah.
Mom.
Oh, that's
It might be
awesome.
worth money, Ma.
Yeah.
100%.
But yeah, horror's always been in my family, so I feel like that's why Jack didn't bother me as much, because it's just kind of like
He's like, she's not gonna be. Come on, she's used to this
Oh.
stuff, you know.
it's just chilling. Everything's just chilling. So ghosts were like nothing to me. So it's like they really were. I've seen them in my grandma's house. I see them, around, and then the dead people they visit me. So it's like what else?
It's like nothing. I mean, yeah, dead people they come over. So who you got? Families coming? Nah, just the dead people. We got to take out the cookies. Get the
Yeah.
get
Everything
the,
ready. Actually, last time I saw my whole family, we were at like this like dinner. I don't know what it was. It was weird, and a lot of the ones that passed were in this dream. It made no sense to me. And it's like when they're in the dream and they talk, they don't move their lips or anything. I just kind of hear it. It's freaky, but all of them toured together, and that like really freaked me out. And then I got
Were they
fired like the
saying
next
stuff that
day.
was
So
legit?
maybe they were just
Oh.
trying to tell me, Paige, your shit's about to go down. That's how I feel.
Oh, terrible.
I mean, did something happen after they visited you, or was it just like they were just trying to talk with you?
I think they were all about to brace me for getting fired from my job because it happened
Oh, man.
like I think it was the day
Sorry to
after or
hear
2 days after. Yeah. So I feel like they were just like this was a party to be like, Paige, shit's about to happen. It sure did.
It goes down.
It's about to get real
That's
paid.
terrible.
It did.
No, but-
So I mean it did. And my grandma, she'll come by and it's weird because me and my grandma was like my best friend in the whole world. And she passed
Yeah, I
devastating.
recognize, yeah.
And she would come visit me, but like we walk down this road. I've never been there, so it's like I don't know, but it's the same place every time. It's this like road, and then you can like when you're walking over like the hill, you see the oncoming town, and I don't know, like there's like a gas station first, and then like a little store and a bank, but we never get to the gas station. That's how quickly she's gone. We're just walking over the hill, and she's wearing her black and white like jumpsuit, and all she says is "I love you, Paige Ann." And as we're walking, and I tell her I love her, we're holding hands, and then she goes away. We don't ever make it to the gas station together, but it's freaky. It's freaky
That is
though.
freaky. That is freaky. But it has to be a good feeling though to see grandma.
Oh, totally, totally. I
Yeah.
wake up and I'm like, oh my god, like
Yeah, that's because my grandmother I was really close to my grandmother, and
Yeah.
I still occasionally have dreams where she's in it. She's trying to tell me something, and she's
Totally.
on the money, and it's true. It's not often, but when it happens,
it's not.
yeah, she's
Right.
on the money with it. It is wild. That's why I believe in a lot of this stuff because it's.
I believe in all of it. Totally, all of it, everything.
You know, and that's I appreciate you sharing these stories with us.
Oh,
Paige.
absolutely, absolutely. Swift said paranormal. I was like, paranormal.
Yeah,
What?
absolutely. Yeah.
That's
Sounds like
amazing.
something I know.
Those are sick stories too.
Yeah, no,
Definitely interesting.
Thank you. I'm happy to share them. I'm happy to share them.
no. That's all, just coming on the show and talking about this because, like, when we were discussing this with Lawrence, I know that's his alley, right up his alley with all this investigation.
That's cool with his investigation stuff. That stuff's pretty rad.
Yeah. I give him a lot of credit. Like I can't go on any of these by myself. It's it takes some
are extreme.
Yeah, no, I mean it's wild what I've seen like kind of put together. But if anybody that does this stuff, I mean, even if you're with a group, it's just because you think about it, like what happens if you go on these things, right? You take something home with you, something attached. It could not be somebody or something nice. When you got some problems, when you get like you said, you got to cleanse. She probably used the sage around the house.
Yeah,
yeah,
that would help.
Yeah, just a little bit, but yeah, Paige, I appreciate it. Listen, I want you to plug anything you got going on too while you're on here. Where people can follow you.
Anything I got going on? You can just follow me on Instagram, Pages of Horror. That's what I got going on.
Pages of Horror. You heard it. And listen, we appreciate all the love and support.
Oh, absolutely. Always.
He always comes out, always supports.
And I might be there tomorrow night, so I might see you guys.
Right.
So that'd be awesome if you can make it out. That'd be amazing.
Absolutely. I'm like an hour and a half. I'm like, House of a Thousand Corpses, my favorite movie. I could recite the entire thing. So I'm like, maybe I just need to go. Like, I'd be going by myself, and I'm hella awkward, but like, I don't give a shit. This is my favorite movie.
No, listen, listen, let me tell you something.
I told Swift I'm going with him.
You're not. You may be coming to the location by yourself, but you're with a family.
This is true.
You're with the family. So believe me, you're not alone.
Oh, Jimmy, I love you.
No,
made me feel so much better. Thank you.
no, seriously, I mean it. I mean, I tell everybody this. If anybody that's out here that you love the same things that we love, and you're doing something positive, and you're out here, listen, I'm gonna treat you like family, 100%.
Yeah.
The horror community is it's literally the best community possible.
And everybody knows Paige. Everybody knows Paige.
No, really, I don't know how, but they do.
Everybody knows Paige, bro.
Everybody knows Paige. I'm like,
it's the hair, guys. I'm known for the hair, apparently. So,
well, listen. Speaking of hair, you're not gonna recognize me tomorrow. I'm gonna have long hair. I'm getting into Otis character, so that's
love it. I'm
gonna do the best I can with this one. I mean, the team, they really hold it down. Josh Hardaddy is Captain Spaulding. The girls, they're both gonna be double trouble. 2 babies in the room, 2 baby fireflies.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Creepy Betty and Black Dahlia. Yep.
Oh, I can't wait to see that, guys.
Yeah,
they're amazing. I just am like an extra bonus over there as Otis, but they kill it, man. That's not my thing. I don't really do a lot of the cosplay. So Johnny over here, you probably know John.
Oh, John's a professional. Professional.
Jesus, man. I mean, like he takes it to another level.
Another level.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know if John, I wish John, I know John can't make it tomorrow, but I wish he was coming out there as well. And Wolfman Ian, he might still be trying to make it out there. I know he's up here. So the team's going to be out there regardless. You're not alone, Paige. Bottom line.
All right. Sounds good. That makes me happy. Good. Well, then I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
You're at it. Swift, you were saying something real quick?
Thanks for coming on. Thank you so much for sharing those stories. Those stories, we would love to hear more. We would love to hear more about it,
I definitely have more for next episode. I'll save a couple.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Swifty,
thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support.
Oh, absolutely. Always, guys. Till the end of the world.
Thanks for tapping in. That's it.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
You too.
Yo, that was sick.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Big stories.
Yeah, man. Some of these stories here are just incredible, Swift. With you, and I know Mama Swift, I want to really get her talking. We're gonna have more of this. Yeah, definitely another conversation sometime next month. We'll have
Oh,
another
yeah.
round 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paranormal
Round 2.
stories. Because there's just so many out there. A lot of people have experiences. I want to get
Yeah. Absolutely.
some more of these comments before we wrap it over here.
Honestly, Jack sounds so damn rude. My house in Pennsylvania was also insanely haunted as well. She was nice to me, but rude to everyone else. Oh well. Wow.
Well, I mean, hey, she's nice to you, Claire. I mean, you might just be as crazy as her, or I'm respectfully, or she just might like you, and then everybody else might be just, they don't vibe. They don't vibe with her. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, it's not feeling the energy, right? I used to be scared of your house in PA. See, this is my cousin. Our house in PA was dead ass haunted.
Yeah, I should put him on blast, Ray. Oh man, Ray.
Yeah, that's my cousin Ray.
Jesus, yeah, we gotta hear
big time horror fan too. So the only thing I remember is the thing jumping out of the closet. I wake up and I don't think I shit myself.
I mean, jumping out of a closet, man.
That's sick.
Anything open, like surprising you, startling like that, I'm done. I mean, but just seeing the activity alone and knowing, again, I keep saying the same thing. It's just knowing something is out there, something's there, and that's what is intriguing. Tony said, "Yeah,
check out Ghost Foods. That guy is funny. He tells ghosts he's gonna clap the pizza. You want to fight me?" And the ghost trying to leave. He says, "You leave, you pay rent." It's funny.
That's funny, man.
Ghost Foods. Okay.
I gotta check this out. I gotta remember this. Yeah, listen,
Tony. Thanks for that. Thanks for that drop, man. That's hilarious.
Tony, thank you, buddy. Oh my.
Look at that. Chicky's coming around.
I'm ready for round 2. Listen, we need definitely round 2. We'll have that sometime next month. And again, I want to say this. I always tell everybody this. If we're not on Wednesday nights, we're on Fridays at 9 p.m. That's the backup. I would like to give everybody a heads up in advance. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. This is what happened this week.
Yeah, a lot of things are emergency situations.
Yeah, Lawrence was under the weather, so I want to make sure he was on. I said, let's just push it till Friday. And great episode today. Really, I love all the stories. I love everybody that chimed in here, joined the conversation. Swift, amazing. The fact that, my man, I appreciate you so much week in and week out. And the fact that, you're taking the time now when you're in another location that you should be
parts
unknown that you should be enjoying your time. You're still here on the live.
Wow. I'm enjoying my time. I'm here on the live with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean. I appreciate that, but you know what I mean, man. You should be actually just hanging and having some fun over there instead of. I know you have fun here, but
Yeah, I'm having fun here, man. This is a wonderful Friday night here with the people I care about.
Yeah.
Long live horror, my brothers. Yo, listen, Ray, if you're still on here, see if your mom wants to come drop a story real quick.
Yes, and we need Ray, cousin Ray. We need you on here.
Always appreciate your content, young man and young lady. Have a blessed evening, both. Well, thank you, Jason. Thank you for your continued support, man. And you have a wonderful night as well, and a wonderful weekend. Blessings, many blessings, and thank you for your support. Appreciate it.
My man, Big J, I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Definitely, Swift said it the best, better than I can right now, but have a blessed weekend, Jay. And he's the man. Him and Tony, man, those two.
Oh, yeah. MVPs.
I mean, shout out to a couple of the guys also. I wanted to announce a couple people on the page that I continuously see some support. Cody Dempsey, shout out to him.
Thank you.
Victoria Benson, who watches, who's active. She likes a ton of our posts here. I know I'm forgetting people. There's a couple others I want to get to, just to give them shout outs because they're consistently engaged.
We gotta show love to the people that show love to us. We appreciate their support.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's an incredible community, like what Paige Ann was saying. The community is just absolutely amazing. The fans, it's something that everybody that I come across is just super passionate, and it's so wild how. I find people that are super passionate about specific parts of the genre, different subgenres.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's people that are just extreme with paranormal. There's people that are extreme with slashers. People that just love old school horror movies like Universal Monsters. And it's a melting pot of everybody. But at the end of the day, we all love this killer genre of ours. And that's why we celebrated 365. And
Absolutely. But let
for
me tell
sure.
you something. The community members are the stars of this thing.
Oh yeah,
You
100%.
know, like yeah, we all like like the actors and everything like that, but it's the community members that makes this thing a special thing, that makes it so fun for us to come on here every week and go live. It's the community. The community members are sick. They're the energy we get from them is something unlike anything else we've ever experienced. And the true MVPs are the fans and the viewers and everybody you meet. The other, it's nice meeting, the actors and actresses and stuff like that, and filmmakers. That's awesome. That's dope. That's very cool. But when you have a conversation with someone just like you, everybody's got a different story.
It's true.
But when you meet these people, you see how passionate they are, how cool they are, and it's just like, yo, these. I just feel good talking and interacting with these people. Like I love it. That's what made me so addicted to going to the conventions and everything, meeting people, talking to people, finding out their story. Everybody's got a different story, man. And
Yeah.
if you shut up and listen, you might learn something. And everybody's so cool, man, and appreciate the support, and it means a lot to us.
Swift, that was well said. And you're on the money with that, man. And speaking of which, real quick, I want to get to Claire says big thanks to Lawrence for
Yes,
being on the show and
big thanks to Lawrence.
introduction to the show. You guys are real cool. You're amazing, Claire. Seriously, just
Claire, thank you so
honest.
much.
And
Look forward to see you more.
And shout out to Lawrence. Lawrence is again, he's the man. For spreading the
Yeah.
word. That's why anything he has going on with Mondodocs, I mean, it just again, his work speaks for itself. It's just fucking, it's absolutely amazing. And Johnny says, yeah, horror melting pot.
Oh, melting pot, yes.
My guy Jimmy Swift, yeah,
Jimmy
we love you
Swift.
too, buddy.
Well, we
Thank you.
love you too, man. MVP right there.
Oh yeah,
Best community ever, Johnny. You 100% right about that. Best
listen,
community ever.
this is, I gotta say this, and to your point, Swift. I know I probably said this before too, but you're right. It's always fun. It's always cool seeing people that you've seen on the TV screen when you were younger, or even now. You're going to the conventions, you're meeting them, wait on ridiculously long lines for maybe a minute or two, but still get an opportunity to interact with them. But it's just something else interacting with the community, because it's the community that makes everything. And not only horror and anything else, it's the community, it's the fans. Without the fans, what is it? What do they have?
Facts. But there's something about this particular fan base here. This particular fan base here is something unlike any other fan base. You go to concerts, you have all of these different fan bases, but it's something about this horror community that is it's just more avid. Bro, it's the energy that's there. Like the energy is something unlike anything else. It really is. Like it's that energy. It's something I can't really pinpoint what it is. Not really something tangible, but it's just a feeling like you get around these people. And it's like, whoa. Like it just makes you feel good. Like, wow, I'm part of something. I'm part of something cool right here. I'm part of a movement right here. You know what I mean? Like that's really how. At least that's how I feel. I might just be talking crap, but that's how I feel when I'm in the midst of everybody. I'm at these conventions. I'm at the shows. When I go to the movies. I go see a horror movie at the movie theater. I'm a movie theater guy. To me, there's no better place to watch a horror movie than a movie theater with. It's a community experience with other people like you that are there to have a good time. The movie might not be the best, but you're there to have a good time. You're there to get some scares and everything like that. And there's nothing like it when you got an auditorium full of people and you're watching a scary movie. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like that feeling. A big dark room surrounded by people like you, and you hear the screams, and it's nothing like it. Like I really hope the movie going experience comes back to like what it was when we were growing up, because it's a part of the horror experience actually it's a part of the pop culture experience that's really dying out. Everybody's used to staying home. Oh, we're just gonna stay home. We got used to being lazy. I remember before you couldn't get somebody to stay in and watch a live stream. They're like, "Oh, I'm out. I got this to do. I got that to do. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be there." Now nobody wants to come outside. But let's go to the movie. Let's go to the movies. Have a good time. We live in a time right now where we had a horror movie come out theatrically
every week,
almost every week. You know, some weeks we had 7 weeks strong of horror movies coming out theatrically. It's a wonderful thing. Claire, I'm
Millions.
hella into extreme horror and splatterpunk books. Yes. Ever since branching off from movies, it's been so great finding new creepy friends. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fact. Splatterpunk is very popular right now.
Listen, I gotta say,
Splatterpunk fiction.
you find it just finding like-minded people, and
Yeah.
because we're not, you go to family functions, sometimes they don't understand you. I mean, my family is horror 365. I got some
Yeah.
couple family members I still keep in contact with, and I got a large family, and some of them I don't want to
Yeah.
keep in contact because
Yeah,
they do
totally.
things that I don't want to be around, and others are whatever. And the bottom line is, this is family. This is horror 365. And you guys are, like I said, absolutely amazing. Jay Rogers, you guys are making me feel so good. No, come on, no waterworks, Jay. We appreciate it. We appreciate you, brother. You know that.
Yo, Jason, it's all about you guys, man. You guys are doing
Yeah.
it. Did you ever hear about the Ripley's in Florida that's haunted? And I was the first ever. Really? No, I haven't. Tell us about it. Tell us a little about it.
Yeah,
I would love to hear it.
Definitely let's end this on a paranormal note, because I can tell everybody here, if you're just tuning in for the first time, we have our main topics. Sometimes we can, move off the road a little bit, get off the reservation, we get right back on the road, because we have a tendency just to chat. It's just this is why I love doing these lives. Like next month, I was saying, a couple people we have lined up for interviews. That's going to be pre-recorded stuff because it's a little more structured. This I like to just free flow and have everybody engaging in it as well. Yeah,
and broken and beautiful, and our family was so amazing.
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
You said it perfectly. You said it perfectly.
That's it.
We have our favorite, but appreciate all of the genre.
Yeah, I'm 100%, Johnny.
I feel like I truly can be myself around horror fans, and they accept me. It's so nice. Nice move.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Truth be told, everybody should accept. You should accept anybody. Everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are. If you don't like it, you don't need to be around it. But just can't judge. You shouldn't judge. So yeah.
And if they're not accepting of you, then don't expect anything from them. Like there's people that have love for you and everything that you care about. Your interests and everything like that. Like there are people that like the things you like. There are people like you. We're all different, but there are other people who share the same interest that we share. So
that's it. 100%. Chase.
I met a Monster Mania. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. The Grim one himself.
That's it.
And I felt like I knew him my whole life. Johnny, splatterpunk. Well, splatterpunk, that's a genre of fiction books. Very gory horror fiction. Novels and stuff like that. Very gory. Very popular right now. Did you see the woman in the front? I saw the woman in the yard in the movie. I didn't see the woman in the front yard.
No. Yeah,
I did see it. I liked the movie. A lot of people were confused by it, but I enjoy films that make you think. I enjoy those types of films. I was actually talking to Chicky, my mom, about it, and whatever, you know what I meant. Yeah,
I'm messing with you, Chase.
Yeah. So the homie just walked in. Yeah,
that's that gentleman in the back, by the way. I know he's talking right now. One of the gentlemen, two guys back there are in the community. So one of them is, I could say that, Swift, I could tell.
Absolutely.
Okay, so one of them is Pop Culture Punk. You can follow him. That's Chris Styles. Follow him. He does these incredible mashups online.
Yeah.
And then the other gentleman right there is an independent filmmaker. That's Swift's cousin Lamar.
Yeah, this is my cousin right here, right there.
Movie. Who's Afraid? You got to. I'm laughing because I'm looking at it. Yeah, Tony, man. Tony got me laughing. Oh man, and we digging.
It didn't make it. Yeah, see, but that's the thing. That's the thing that I'm saying about the woman in the yard. It makes you think, and it's very ambiguous with some of the things in there. It's like, oh, what exactly was this? Was it this? Was it this thing right here? Was it this thing right there? And I like movies like that. I like movies that make you think, and you could take it in any which direction. And knowing that it's about depression awareness, That's awesome. Yes, it was about that. Absolutely.
That's true. And
Clear.
that's
Splatterpunk is very gory and graphic and descriptive in its nature and describing things.
things.
Yes.
Yep, 100%. Thank you, Claire.
Well, yeah, that's awesome to know that you're a horror fiction reader. Very dope. Very dope.
Let's see how they figured it out in the first 2 minutes. Oh,
Really? Oh, so you just got the great mind. Claire.
I think it's edgy and unnecessary.
Some think it's edgy and unnecessary, but I love it and think it's really well done and executed in its pure forms.
Nice.
Very
Nice.
nice.
Actually
Woman,
said-
y'all gave me a headache trying to figure out what was going on. Okay.
So this is what we're gonna do. So if I know you got things rolling. So we're gonna wrap it up, guys. I appreciate everybody chiming in, jumping in the conversation.
Thank you, everybody, for coming in.
We
Welcome,
are-
Claire. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for spending your Friday night with us. It's a pleasure to have you. Chicky, Chase, Grim, my brother. Thank you so much for rocking out with us. Paige, thank you for coming on. Love those stories. Lawrence, shout out. Who else did we have in here? We had
Everybody in it.
Haley. Thank you for coming out.
John,
Who else?
Johnny Boy, Ray, your cousin Ray.
Johnny, yeah, Ray, thank you so much. Thank you. Listen, tell your mom she's got to come on with the next paranormal. Some stuff happened to Ray's mother, my aunt.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
things,
we got
some things happened to
get
her, bro. Yes.
in
Yo,
Casey,
something.
Casey Margaret. Yeah, definitely
There's-
that dude.
Yeah,
But
there's a story with her, bro. Like her sister went to sleep, man. They woke up. I don't want to even spoil it. I want to let her tell the story.
oh boy.
Yo,
Oh, you see now
this,
you.
this was in the same house.
cliffhanger.
This was in my grandmother's house, the same house.
It's like now you're gonna leave me with this Swift. You're gonna leave me with a cliffhanger here.
Yeah, you got to listen. Everybody got to tune in for the next round two.
He got him. He's reeling him in. There it is.
Tune in round two.
Round
Tune
two.
in for round two, Claire. I'm thinking about writing my own books. But
Hell
we'll
yeah.
see how that. Listen, you should. You should. If you have the story to tell, you have the message to put out there. Why not? Being creative people. There's never too many creative people.
Yeah, and listen, if you love it, if it's something that you love, do it.
Yeah,
That's it.
absolutely.
You know, anything you do, and I tell everybody this too, you're gonna get criticism. You're gonna get people that are gonna love it. You're gonna get people that are gonna say something about it. You're doing something right. People are talking about it. Bottom line, no matter what it is, gonna
Absolutely.
pay. So do it if you love it. That's what I'm gonna
And just keep in mind that not everything is for everybody. Like I happen to hate chocolate. I hate chocolate. I hate chocolate ice cream. Yeah, I hate it. So, but everybody's not me. So everything isn't for everybody. But there is someone that's going to like what you are doing.
Yeah.
And just keep that in mind, and we support you. And keep us posted on it also.
You listen. Once the first one's out, because I know you're doing it. Once the first one's out, we're gonna share it all over Horror 365. Just let us know.
Yes.
100%.
And Claire, we live stream every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, normally it's Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And then we got a massive team here too. Like I think I say massive, but like 10, 12 people, about 12 people on the team. So it'll be different faces. Me, Swift, and I were staples weekly, but we have other people that jump on and join us from time to time. So definitely you'll see some more people on here. But I appreciate, listen, everybody, if it's your first time here, thank you so much for chiming into the conversation, for joining us over here. Check us out on the socials. We're on Instagram at HorrorHeads365, on Facebook at HorrorHeads365. If you're on the YouTube, or you're not on the YouTube, it's Horror365 Live. And if you want to shoot us an email, any stories, anything else, if you couldn't make it on, couldn't talk about it, you can just send us something over there at horrorheads365@gmail.com.
Yes, we want to hear it. We want to hear everything. Talk to us.
That's it. Give us a shout. Got something rolling? Let us know. We appreciate you all. Swift, I appreciate you, my man, taking the time out right now. Anesthesiologist Swift Knox here joining us when he's supposed to be. Go enjoy the rest of your night there. Big shout out in the background.
I'm enjoying my night right here.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. I appreciate you, man. And big shout out to the guys in the back.
Hey guys, they're saying
Chris Styles. We see it.
brother.
That's it. And there we go. And Lean Mean Lamar McLean, indie filmmaker extraordinaire, And I'm telling you,
We're
we're going
making extraordinaire, definitely.
you're going to see this man. He's going to be taking over. I'm telling, and I'm not saying it because I know him and I know you guys. I'm saying it because it's quality. The shots, I mean, what he put together for a budget that was non-existent is absolutely incredible. So check out Mr. Fraid and my man over there, Christoph, Pop Culture Punk. Check him out.
Pop Culture Punk on IG. Check him out on YouTube. He has a show on YouTube.
Yeah.
VCR Redux. Check him out. VCR. Type in VCR Redux. And he talks about the cool stuff, man. It's sick. Yeah, he's another great mind. And he's very important and integral in this horror convention community.
Yeah, definitely check them out, guys, and tell them Horror 365 sent you. But
yeah, that's it. And listen, also everybody, you're in the Northeast, come see us tomorrow night. The Emmaus Theater. Come see us. Listen, it's a double feature. House of 1,000 Corpses and The Devil's Rejects. Come out and see us. Come show us some love. Thanks for the fun Friday night, y'all. And Paige, the stories were so great. Yes, they were great. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Wednesday's a perfect night for horror. Listen, every night is a perfect night for horror.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Every night, man. That's it. Now, hell yeah. Come on. Yo, listen.
Come on.
It's the best circus in town, Tony.
I'm gonna go follow all the things. Yes, Claire, thank you so much.
Looking amazing. And
thank you so much. And also well, I think you talked about it a little bit. We got cosplayers. We got man, Horror 365. We're going to be covering all 360 degrees of the horror world, 365 days a year. So eventually, we want to talk about the books. We're going to talk about the video games. We're going to do all of that cool stuff. We got all of it is in the works. We're working on it, and we're going to cover all the bases. 100%. So if you talk horror, you're going to have to come to us.
Bottom line, I mean, we're going to be doing some cool things, and tomorrow night's one of those things. If you're around, around Eastern Pennsylvania, come out to the Emmaus Theater at 7:30. Doors open up. Double feature: House of 1,000 Corpses and The Devil's Rejects. And the Horror 365 family will be in there as the Firefly family. We got raffles.
Yes,
we're going to be having a bunch of different things going on tomorrow night. So check us out. For Swift, this is the mouthpiece of the Northeast, Jimmy J. We're signing out of here. I appreciate y'all, and have a wonderful evening, everybody. We'll see you. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for celebrating horror, not only in October, but 365. We're going to see you next Wednesday with Scott Goldberg from the Forest Hills.
Yeah.